Hey friend, and welcome to Happily Hormonal. I'm your host, Berri on Berri. Join me as we take a walk on the wild side of understanding our hormones, from puberty to menopause. Yeah, we're about to cover it all. From practical strategies to expert advice and personal experiences, you'll learn how to thrive through each stage of your hormonal life. Whether you're looking to improve your mood, manage those cravings, or just boost your overall vibes, this podcast is designed to help you embrace being happily hormonal. Hello, love. Welcome back to another episode. It is your happy and hormonal bestie, Berri. And listen, today's episode, I feel like some of y'all are going to be like, here she go. But I say this all with love. I feel like once or twice a year, I have to have like a tough love conversation, right? And it happens with my friends. And seeing as we're friends, I have to be honest with you. So today we are going to be talking about 4 unconventional reasons why your hormones are probably not balanced. And I want to say this, whenever you hear me say balanced, just know there's a little subtle like eye roll with it, because at any given point in time, there are over 50 hormones going off in the body in terms of like triggers and different things like that. But, I do understand that a lot of people understand hormonal balance more than they would understand what I like to say is hormonal harmony. So with that being said, keep that in mind. I also want to let you know that we've got something really cool launching later this month. If you have ever wanted to work with me in a coaching capacity, just stay tuned. It's coaching, it's a membership, it's everything that you need to truly embrace your hormonal nature, because at the end of the day, we are hormonal by nature, but empowered by choice. And I just love this concept that I came up with. So if you're not paying attention, you'll need to start. Okay, now let's get into this first one, okay? And let me just do a quick disclaimer. Take what you need, leave what you don't. You know I'm here to inform you and not to offend you, and I'm gonna always keep it real with you, okay? So with that being said, the first unconventional reason why your hormones are probably not balancing, no matter how much you are doing, is the fact that you feel like you need to be in control. Now listen, okay? I'm saying this from so many different perspectives, but often what I find when I'm working with clients or just talking to you all in the DMs is you feel like you need to be in control of literally every detail of your life. And you also feel like you have to be in charge of your health, and you have to do this and you have to do that. There's this immense amount of pressure that you place on yourself for whatever reason. And this need to be in control is often associated with an increase in your cortisol levels. Cortisol, we know her as the stress hormone. We know that she likes to act out. And we also know that when we have high cortisol, that can throw off other hormone levels in the body, and that could cause a hormonal imbalance. Okay? So your need to be in control, your need to have a clear direction, your need to not trust a process, your need to just like be overly involved with every single detail at all times instead of trusting certain things, can be contributing to your hormonal imbalance. Okay? So your need to be in control is really just not helping you. The second unconventional reason why your hormones are probably still not balanced is because you are targeting the wrong hormone. Girl, let me tell you, the amount of times I am working with clients and just really trying to understand what's going on with them, because I can look at the lab reports and say, okay, I know exactly what's going on. And then I go take my clients through a series of questions to target their hormones. More often than not, people are coming to me trying to target their estrogen levels or their cortisol, and it could be something completely else, like completely different hormonally, that they need to be targeting, such as their progesterone or their insulin levels. And I'm just like, oh my God, baby girl, what are we doing, right? So in the event that you're targeting the wrong hormone, that's going to lead to imbalance. And when you are dealing with something like that, it's very easy to course correct when you understand the language of hormones. But if you are a control freak, for lack of better words, that's going to be very difficult, because someone like me could come in and tell you, like, hey, I know this is what you've been working on, but that's actually where the issue lies. And I could tell you, hey, you really should be targeting this. How does this sound? And you could look at me and be like, no. And I've had that happen. And I'll just be like, oh, okay. Nope. I did my work. So that is the second reason why your hormones are not balancing. And if you want to target the right hormones, the best thing you can do is to work with somebody who's going to help you not only target the right hormones, but teach you how to do that in each stage of your life, which is why you work with somebody like me. Okay? The third unconventional reason why your hormones are probably not balancing is because you're doing too much. Listen, I am the queen of team too much. I really, really am. Like, I could have a captain, like, put a flag on me, a light pink little cape, okay, with hashtag team too much. But in all honesty, when you're working to balance your hormones, sometimes you just got to strip it all down and simplify it. Okay. There has been moments where I'm talking to people who have 10-step skincare routines, and then they tell me I have a 10-step supplement routine. And I'm like, girl, what are you doing? And y'all know me. I am the queen of sharing different supplements and like how it can benefit the body and what it can do for you. But I also am the queen of simplicity, because I believe that simplicity yields efficiency, which will lead you to sustainability. Okay. So listen, let me share with you my current supplement routine. I know y'all are going to be like, bitch, what? But it really is my current routine. Okay. Right now, all I am taking is a prenatal. Yes, you heard that correctly, because we're having a lot of conversations around family planning and I'm super excited. But I am also taking vitamin D3 and K2 with black seed oil. And before you go, why? Let me just share. So I take black seed oil, vitamin D3, and K2 because they are known to reduce your symptoms of PMS. They are also known for their anti-inflammatory properties. They're known for their hormone balancing properties. They also aid in natural pain relief. And a lot of you know I've been getting back in the gym because I'm trying to be snatched. How that body, yaddy, 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 come February 22nd, 2024, when I'm turning 30, because at that moment in time, we're not trying to reverse age. We're just aging gracefully, okay? So I've been back in the gym, and yes, I have been sore because, ooh, baby girl, been lifting heavy. But also, it improves your digestion, okay? Beyond that, it increases the libido. Beyond that, there is this stamina increase. Not only this, but something like vitamin K can really help contribute to skin health, your bone metabolism, promote proper functioning of your brain, and it can help decrease heart disease. Not only this, but vitamin K2 is really good to use. It's how the body uses calcium to help build the bones and inhibit blood vessel calcification. It's also one of those things that we need to find in animal products and preserved foods. So I think for me personally, what's working is a simple routine. Okay, so with that being said, we obviously know that vitamin D3 can contribute to so many different things, such as healthy bones. It can also help to improve your immune function and different things along these lines. But I'm specifically taking it because I know as a woman of color, our community happens to be very deficient in vitamin D. Basically, that's going to come back to pigmentation. And y'all know I'm a little chocolate drop, right? So with that being said, it's very clear that I have a simple supplement routine. I take a prenatal and I take a liquid tincture of vitamin D3 and K2 with black seed oil. That is it. That is all. I am not taking anything else. And while I will test things out because I have the opportunity to partner with different brands, I like to keep my routine simple. The simplicity of my routine ensures that I am not doing too much. It ensures that my body is getting what it needs, and also it's being supported not only with a supplement, but with my nutrition routine. Oftentimes, when you are doing too much to your body, whether it's overtraining or being overly productive or different things like that, this is causing your body to be in a fight or flight state. That fight or flight state is often associated with higher levels of cortisol. Higher levels of cortisol is causing an imbalance in the body, and you obviously do not want that, right? Like, I mean, we both know you don't want to have like high cortisol, but let me give you a reason why you don't want to have high cortisol. When you have high cortisol symptoms because you're in control way too much, you're also teamed too much, and you're targeting the wrong things, you can often feel like you're constantly wound up, you're struggling to sleep at night, you're dealing with hormonal migraines, you're constantly stressed out, your gut is off and you're not digesting food properly, your skin is breaking out, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling anxious. That makes you feel like you need to rot on the weekends, like you just want to sit on the couch and rot all day on Saturday, right? And it's one thing after another, after another, after another, and you're just constantly playing catch up, right? These are all things that you obviously do not want. Yet, it's also one of those things that is contributing to your hormones not being balanced. It is very unconventional to think that maybe taking too many supplements and stressing out whether or not you ate enough today is contributing to your hormonal imbalance, but it's also very realistic. And a lot of us holistic health practitioners and coaches will see this and we're like, baby girl, calm down. Everything that needs to get done will get done. Take a breather, okay? So let's roll through these 3 reasons and then I'll give you my final reason. So just to recap, the first unconventional reason why your hormones may be struggling to balance is because you need to be in control. The second unconventional reason why your hormones may be struggling to balance is because you're targeting the wrong hormone. The third unconventional reason why your hormones may be struggling to balance is because you're doing too much, especially with your routine. The fourth and final unconventional reason why your hormones are probably not balancing, no matter what you do, no matter how hard you're working, is because of your beliefs. Let me keep it a buck with you. And if you've never heard that, I'm just saying, let me keep it real, okay? Some of you believe that you should be sick. Some of you believe that your hormones will never balance. Some of you believe that it's not practical for you to have a good state of health or have your dream body or be energized. Your belief system literally can be hindering you. So let me set a scene for you. I am sitting down, minding my own business, scrolling on TikTok, and I hear something that just kind of throws me off. And it's a girl on YouTube literally saying, I have Lyme disease. I have always had Lyme disease. And Lyme disease is just, it's just who I am. I'm always chronically ill. I'm always chronically tired. And I'm just like, whose channel is this? Because I do not want that energy. I am unavailable. And before you give me a criminal offensive side eye for being on TikTok and being on YouTube, just know that every now and again I have an ADHD habit, okay? Get over it. But seriously, I was shocked to hear this girl say it. And like she said it where she was like claiming this as this is mine. And it wasn't like this is what I'm dealing with or this is like my current state. It was like I have this condition and I am this person and I like have this identity ingrained into me that I am just somebody with Lyme disease. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, no, ma'am. So let me pump the brakes. If you are somebody who's currently living with a condition and like, you have that condition, I also need you to know that you can heal that condition. I need your belief in healing to be stronger than the condition that somebody diagnosed you with or the condition you might believe you have. I need your radical self belief right now to believe that you can heal and be whole, to believe that your hormones can balance. Because listen, you can have the routine, you can work with the specialist, you can work with a coach, you can learn all of the things. But if you believe that the state that you're currently in is your end all be all, I hate to say it, but you're going to stay in that state. But if you're willing to speak life into yourself and speak over yourself and match your behaviors, right? If you're willing to change your belief, you can change your life. You can change your state of health. You can balance your hormones. But what is your belief system? Because what you think about is what you bring about. Everything that is currently physically happening in your life, in your body, has started with the thoughts. So I need you to start believing I am healed, I am whole, I am happy, I am healthy, right? I am joyous, I am prosperous, I am an overcomer. I literally need you to start believing those things. It's one thing to affirm these things and say them aloud. It's another thing to radically believe these things. When you can radically believe that you are a healthy person despite your current state, you become a healthy person because health is a state. Why do you think when people go to the hospital, there are some people who are like very, very strong and fight with their mind and they can overcome? And then there's other people who accept the news and then they cripple up, right? And I'm not saying that this is like always the case, but what I'm saying is my grandmother got diagnosed with breast cancer in 2014. My grandmother had a very strong fight in her spirit, and we co-created a healing plan where she not only took her chemo and did the chemo that the doctors did, right? But we also made sure that she was nutritionally supporting her body, right? My grandmother overcame and hasn't had an incident. Literally, she got diagnosed in November of 2014 with breast cancer, and come May of 2015, the breast cancer was removed from her body. They did the right chemo treatments. Of course, they did a surgery, but my grandma has been cancer-free ever since. And this is not to say that, like, just belief is going to change things, but I believe my grandmother's spirit certainly aided her. Her mindset of, I am a survivor, I am a breast cancer survivor, right? Aided her. Now, obviously, everyone's going to have different stories, but I think that it's so important that we understand the power of belief. I know by now you've heard about Dr. Joe Dispenza, and if you haven't heard about Dr. Joe Dispenza, I'm assuming that you've probably heard of Mimi Bouchard from Superhuman, okay? And she has this phenomenal app. I know by now you've probably heard of Louise Hay and different things like that, Wayne Dyer, all of these amazing people that are known for talking about the power of belief. But your belief system and your attachment to a certain identity could very well be the reason that your hormones are not balancing. So, where do you need to rewire your brain? What new belief system do you need to implement into your state of mind, right? So let's comb back through these 4 unconventional reasons why your hormones may be imbalanced, okay? Number 1, you have to be in control. Go ahead. It's okay. Let it go like Elsa. You don't always have to be in control. You're going to be all right. Number 2, you may be targeting the wrong hormones, okay? Number 3, you may be doing simply too much when it comes to your routine. And number 4, you may have the wrong beliefs about your health. And if that is something that you're struggling with, please know you can change so many different things about the way that you believe who you are and what you are. Now, I wanted to share these 4 unconventional reasons why your hormones aren't balancing, because these are things that I work with my clients on to really help them feel empowered. It's one thing to feel empowered, it's another thing to also be empowered. And I think that once you can understand your own hormonal nature, because you understand your menstrual cycle, you understand hormonal harmony, then you are also able to actually be empowered. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Don't just talk about balancing your hormones, balance your hormones. There's a lot of like passive conversation, but there's a lot of action to be taken, right? And if you're somebody who needs the support, please head to the show notes and join one of my programs. I do not care if you are choosing to grab a guide and just fix your period, or you're like, no, I need to be in the Happily Hormonal Club because that's my monthly coaching program. Or you're like, sus, I need to work with you one-on-one, right? That is fine. Just please, moving forward, as we move into 2024 and beyond, make sure that you are not trying to be completely and solely in control, and make sure that you're targeting the right hormones. Make sure that you're not overdoing it with the things that you're doing. And please make sure your belief is aligned with somebody that is happy, healthy, and whole. Because at the end of the day, we are hormonal by nature and empowered by choice. So let's stop disempowering ourselves and start empowering ourselves by taking radical responsibility and radical action. If you enjoyed today's episode, please let me know over on the gram, baby girl. And also make sure you stay tuned for our next episode, which is going to be about 7 of the most important hormones for women and natural ways to support them. As always, love you, mean it.